Magnificent race.
Goes straight in. Ready, set. They're off. Racing for the Gold Cup. 2.5 miles. They begin a long run down the home straight to start off with. Stradivarius got out of the starting gates very strongly for Frankie Dettori, who restrains him now as Mount Moriah. With the noseband, Mount of Harry Bentley is just about in front. Torcedor in the orange colours running in second. The two market leaders are together in third and fourth places. A yellow cap for Stradivarius off towards the running rail and just about level with in blue and orange colours of Order of St George. They're followed in by Scotland in the pink and green jackets, who's about a neck ahead of Sheikh Zayed Road, about a length and a half behind those two, Desert Skyline, and then comes Vazirabad in the green and the pink jacket of Max Dynamite of the pair together at the rear of the field. They move then onto the round course. It's about a 2-length lead for Mount Moriah. Torcedor won here last time out over the shorter 2-mile trip, running in second place. 2 lengths behind him is this afternoon's favourite, Order of St George, a previous winner of the race 2 years ago. A first 3 position today will take his earnings past £2 million in his career. He's narrowly ahead of Stradivarius, Frankie Dettori, a black jacket and yellow cap, who's won the cups at Goodwood and York already in his career. Sheikh Zayed Road is the most experienced in this lineup. Today is his 47th racecourse appearance, holds 5th position. He's about a length and a half ahead of Scotland. And neck behind him, the French challenger Vazirabad, who's the highest earner in the lineup, £2.3 million he has won in his career so far, with 15 victories from 22 starts. He's narrowly ahead of Desert Skyline, who's against the running rail. Sylvester de Souza. Behind him, William Buick on Max Dynamite. Winning prize money £100,000, but with 2 places in the Melbourne Cup, he's won £800,000 from placed efforts. They've completed their first mile. Downhill they go now and on towards the halfway stage. There'll be about 10 to 12 lengths between them, with Mount Moriah continue to lead, about 2 lengths ahead. Torcedor in second place. There'll be a length and a half, maybe 2, to Order of St George holding third place, and then a length and a half behind him to Stradivarius as they pass the 1.25 mile start, so they are at halfway in the Gold Cup. Sheikh Zayed Road, a white and red jacket for Martin Harley is next, and then Vazirabad, green colours for Christophe Soumillon round the outside of Scotland, and Jim Crowley in pink and green. About a length and a half behind those. Max Dynamite, William Buick has just moved up on the outside of Desert Skyline, and they share 8th and 9th positions. So it's Swinley Bottom about to turn right-handed now, and they are in the final mile of the contest, still about 10-12 lengths first to last. And Mount Moriah continues to gallop along in front with a couple of lengths advantage. Torcedor, the orange jacket, in second place. The favourite and previous winner, Order of St George, a length and a half behind in third. In white and red, Sheikh Zayed Road has moved around the outside of Stradivarius with the yellow cap. They're in 4th and 5th places together as they begin the uphill run towards home. Scotland's a length and a half behind those. Then Vazirabad. They're followed in by Max Dynamite, and now Desert Skyline is the back marker. They head now past the 5 furlong marker, so heading towards the home turn. Order of St George in third position is chased along a little bit now. Mount Moriah is still leading by a half length to Torcedor in second. Order of St George is 3 parts of a length behind them in third, but Ryan is hard at work at the moment. A length and a half behind them, Stradivarius. Frankie hugs the running rail, and then comes Sheikh Zayed Road. They're turning now for the home straight, and Torcedor in the orange has come alongside Mount Moriah. Order of St George is plugging on in third position. Here's Stradivarius in the black and yellow towards the outside. Vazirabad is still stalking them in the green colours. They head down to the 2 marker. Torcedor with a length and a half lead. Here's Stradivarius round the outside. Order St George is battling on. Vazirabad between those at the furlong pole. 4 in line. Stradivarius, the yellow cap. Vazirabad in the green colours. Frankie Dettori on Stradivarius. Christophe Soumillon on Vazirabad. Stradivarius is narrowly in front. He leads by a neck or so. Stradivarius has won the Gold Cup. Second is tight for Vazirabad and Torcedor together, 3 or 4 lengths behind those to Order of St George.
Frankie Dettori said he wants to knock Order of St George off his pedestal. He's done that and more in winning the Ascot Gold Cup on board Stradivarius, the 7-4 joint favourite in the end. A winner also for John Gosling in an absolute thriller of a Gold Cup. Vazirabad travelled into the race, sauntered into the race, as is his wont, but he was asked to battle against Stradivarius. wasn't able to get past. Christophe Soumillon delivering him well, but it wasn't equal to the winner here. Alain Duroy setting for second. Torcedor has run really well. At one point I wondered whether he would see them all off. Carmen Donahue and Jessica Harrington having to settle the third. And Order of St George, well, the signs were there beforehand on the way to post when he wouldn't go behind the stalls. Very, very early on, before the home turn, Ryan Moore was having to shake him up and get after him, and in the end he could manage only fourth. In the end, Stradivarius has won. He had to battle and he had to stay.
Yeah, he did, and he ran on Frankie's hands for a lot of the race. I mean, there is talented rider Frankie Dettori. He could keep his hands down, but his body language told you that this horse was alive under him, and he was nearly down at Swindley Bottom before Frankie's body shape changed and he relaxed up on the horse's back, and he has quickened and stayed, and he was a worthy winner in a brilliant race.
It was a brilliant race, wasn't it? And he would have been seeing what Ryan was going through on Order of St George.
Yeah, and even when he came to challenge him, how wide Frankie came of Ryan Moore, he wasn't going to help Order of St George, but by coming wide of him, he left the door open for Christophe Soumillon as well. You know, it was tactically great to watch him. We'll have another look at it, but look, he was the improving horse. I wasn't sure he'd stay. I didn't think he would stay actually, but he's gone and won.
Yes, clearly faster ground suits him very, very well. He's a son of See the Stars.
Yeah, and he's just improving all the time. He's improved since he's gone up in distance this time last year when he won at Queen's Bars. He's travelled well. Just such a compelling spectacle, wasn't it? Vazirabad's just travelled into the race. You think he's going to go through that gap and his superior stamina might come into play, but fair play to Frankie and Stradivarius, they found plenty.
And as Frankie Dettori is signaling there, that's the 6th Gold Cup that he has won after Colovision, Papineau, Cape Tara and twice with Drumtax. Here's the closing stages.
Yeah, Frankie comes wide of Order of St George because he doesn't want to push him forward. Tocadoro drifts out on top of Order of St George in a minute, and it all gets a bit tight. Vazirabad, you think, is coming with his chance. You see Tocadoro dropped it over in front of Order of St George. You think that Vazirabad is going to go and do it, but he hasn't the heart for it, does he?
If you've seen him run, you have wondered. He usually does enough, but generally he doesn't run into a stayer of that calibre.
No, and Tocadoro has battled every step of the way to the line. He's come back and nearly done Vazirabad on the line. It was a great race to watch. He steadily run through the first half mile, or looked to be anyway.
It really, really was it? It did appear to be. It looked as though Harry Bentley on Mount Mariah had a really steady one. He was unchallenged on the pace, and Paul Donahue was able to shadow him in second.
Yeah, he just sat where he wanted to be, and Ryan is in third now in the blue and orange colours. Stradivarius is settling really well now and is down the inside. Frankie's even moving his whip hand in order to have it where he wants to be for later in the race. He wouldn't do that if he was running keen. You know, Max Dynamite and Desert Skyline were outpaced a long way from home, but you know, from here on Ryan was starting to wind Order of St George up, but there never looked to be any great pickup, and it wasn't like he was flapping. Now he's down. You see Ryan Moore's bum has gone into the saddle. He's not flapping at this horse, he's driving him. You know, he's all about giving him a smack. He's pushing him as hard as he can. The horse has kept going, but the spark wasn't there, was it?
And Frankie can see that, and behind him Christophe Soumillon is watching them both.
Well, fair. Christophe's in the easy perch. He's watching. He can see what everyone's doing. He has the bird's eye view. Colin O'Donoghue decides to pick it off. The pacemaker turning in and goes for home. Ryan is switched out. He knows Frankie is coming, but Frankie deliberately moves further away from Order of St George. He's not going to help him and encourage him forward, and Christophe Soumillon takes the split in the middle, which you think is going to cost Frankie the race for a few strides.
Well, I mean, it's perfect for Vazirabad coming in between horses, having horses upside. And do you think he manages to nose in front at all, or do you never quite getting there?
At this angle we'd never know, but I wouldn't think so. And I'd say Christophe Soumillon actually would have loved the gap a couple of 100 yards later, but I think at the line ultimately it didn't matter, and another 50 yards he'd only been third.
Fantastic performance from Frankie Dettori, a really intelligent ride on a very willing cohort there.